Was the government using Epstein and the videos to blackmail the most influential people around the world?
Yes.
If that.
Senator Ron Johnson says that the federal agents are destroying the files involving Jeffrey Epstein and 9/11. Hey, you know what? You could file this one under. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if they didn't. How about that?
Why did they blow up Tower 7 if they have those?
That's right. The whole reason they blew up Tower 7 was to get rid of those documents, right? So they're not in the protecting you game. We pay our tax dollars so they can protect themselves. That's what this is about. So that's Ron Johnson. I got to tell you, remember how Stephen Colbert tried to make him out to be crazy? He was right about everything so far.
Yeah,
he was right. He was right about COVID, 100%. He's right about 9/11, and I bet he's right.
Crazy.
I bet he's right about the Epstein files. So let's.
It is nuts how often he was right.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
And of course, I saw something. I saw a quote that said, "All great truths start out as what's the word? As not an abomination, not a hair. They all start out as blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy. All great truths start out as blasphemy. Just like, the virus started in a lab. Hey, the virus was a biolab. Hey, Fauci is a psychopathic criminal murderer. You know, those kind of truths? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they start out as blasphemy. Turns out they're a great truth.
Wait, no, it started out as a truth, and people don't know anything.
Yeah.
And it became a blasphemy. It started out as just the truth.
Well, here, Benny Johnson interviewed this guy, Representative James Comr. He dropped an Epstein bombshell. He says the files have been destroyed. Doesn't even think that Pam Bondi or Kash Patel have them. Wow. I guess we're just going to have to go off the list that everybody already effing has. Yeah. Like, we already have that list. Ryan Dawson already released all the names of the people. What we don't have is the videotape of them doing the diddling of the children.
I mean, not that I want that.
I don't want that either.
In a court trial against the people who made the video, shouldn't it?
Shouldn't it? Well, let's hear what he has to say.
I hope James has the Epstein files, because I don't think the Department of Justice has them, or at least the Attorney General does not have them, or she would have turned them over. The President ordered them released. The Attorney General ordered them released. We all know they have not been released. And one of my biggest fears that I had, and I expressed this was Kash Patel and a lot of people, Stephen Miller, and a lot of people going into the new administration. I'm like, I hope they're not shredding documents right now. This was a few weeks before the transition. I said, I hope they're not shredding documents. But you all need to go on that first day and try to get all this stuff released, because, my fear is from what I've dealt with in investigations and in communication with this deep state apparatus, is they're probably in there shredding documents as we speak. So hopefully someone has a copy of that. And I hope we find out, because our task force has done everything, led by Anna Paulina Luna. You had her on your show many times. I mean, she's relentless. She's persistent. She's pretty frustrated right now that these files haven't been released, even though the President and the Attorney General have ordered them released. But, it's like I told Anna the same thing I told Patel and everybody else. I'm like, you assume that somebody in the deep state said, okay, we'll just put these in a file back here, this incriminating evidence on everybody, and maybe the next administration can do whatever they want to do with it. That's unfortunately the way it's supposed to work, but it hasn't worked.
Of course,
with this deep state.
So they're just going to let the incriminating evidence sit there smoldering that could put them all in prison.
Yeah,
right?
No, yeah. I wish they should. That's what they're supposed to do. But you and I have dealt with them, Benny. You've covered the deep state as well as anyone. I mean, they cover their tracks, and it's just hard for me to believe they're going to leave incriminating evidence if the government was involved. If the government wasn't involved, I don't think they would have any reason to protect Bill Clinton or Hillary Clinton. They're never going to be elected anything again. I don't think they would have any reason to protect Bill Gates or anybody else.
Really?
The concern I've always had about the Epstein
Really?
was the government involved? Did the government know? Was the government using Epstein and the videos to blackmail the most influential people around the world?
Yes.
If that's the case, then they knew
No, they were
there
just-
were.
No, they were just doing it for shits and giggles,
That's the thing
Congressman.
they're not going to destroy. The thing they're not going to destroy is the blackmail material, because you need that so you can blackmail people.
Yeah, so you could keep control of them. So we,
That's the stuff. Who are they blackmailing? Why are they blackmailing them?
yes.
You have to show me a tape. I probably don't want to see it, but the authorities who you are supposed to be able to trust to handle this should have been already done something about this.
Boy, I wonder if there was some kind of super futuristic thing like a PDF that might have a digital record of it. I mean, I don't know. Do we even have that kind of advanced technology, Kurt? I don't know. So, whoopsie, the villain gets away again, just like in Austin Powers. We're going to get you in the sequel.
Yeah.
So it's just like when the CIA was doing a torture program and they videotaped themselves torturing the guys, right? What did they do with those videotapes? They destroyed them.
Well, I hope so, because that wouldn't look good.
That wouldn't look good. Here is Beach Stone. He says he doesn't think that Pam Bondi. So this is good. So this guy Comr, this guy's name is Representative James Comr. He says he doesn't think Pam Bondi has them. Why do you think she said she did? Why did she say she saw what's in the files and that they were on her desk at the beginning? Remember she said that? And then remember she said it was sickening. We can't let Pam Bondi and Kash Patel off the hook for this. They're both huge disappointments bordering on being involved in a cover-up. We the people will never be told the truth, and the criminal politicians will never be held. Of course not. Just like nobody's going to be held accountable for COVID. That's the biggest crime on humanity ever. That no one's ever going to. That was a bigger crime than a nuclear bomb. No one's going to be held accountable for that.
And how are people feeling when Trump came out and said, promises made, promises kept? What promises?
Israel.
Yes,
Let him
all to
finish.
Israel.
Yeah, his promises to Israel he kept.
You didn't let him finish the sentence.
Yes, let me finish. Promises made, promises kept to Israel. The most beautiful promises you ever seen. Fantastic promises. Phenomenal.
You're going to love these promises.
You're going to love
They're
them like
terrific
nobody's ever
promises.
made promises like this before. Otto Kumbar says, if the Epstein files have been destroyed, let's prosecute the people that destroyed our authorized the destruction. It's not going to happen.
Are they still working there?
If they can't be found, let's prosecute the people that had the official ownership of the records. Republican or Democrat, I don't care. Too many victims. Yeah, it's not happening.
We tortured people for less.
For less. So
You can't torture these people and get the answers?
Hey, every year Michael from San Francisco heads to Bexar County in Montana to get off the grid and recharge. Last year, he was fly fishing in the middle of nowhere, and the big one hit. In the epic struggle for man versus fish, his revolver fell from his holster, landed on a rock, and fired. Bang! The bullet entered his shin, exited his thigh, entered his abdomen, and bounced around inside him, shredding his organs. Well, I'm dead, he said out loud to no one. The nearest human was 20 miles away. He called for a medevac, leaned back, and he blacked out. 3 days later, he woke up from a coma. A month later, he walked out of the hospital with a $1 million bill. Michael doesn't have health insurance. For many folks like that, this would have been nothing short of financial ruin. But he has something even better. Michael is a member of Crowd Health. He submitted the bill in his app, he flew home, and left the rest up to Crowd Health. Their team went to work, and within a few weeks, they negotiated his bill down to $250,000. Michael paid the first $500 and then crowdfunded the rest. He received the pre-funded money in his bank account before he even got the final hospital bill. Thankfully, he had Crowd Health, the health insurance alternative. For $195 a month for an individual or $640 a month for a family of 4 or more, members of Crowd Health get access to a community of people who are willing to help each other deal with unexpected medical bills. Members get access to telemedicine visits, discounted prescriptions, and so much more without insurance networks getting in the way. Get started today for just $99 a month for your first 3 months by using the code Jimmy and join crowdhealth.com. Go to joincrowdhealth.com and use the code Jimmy. Crowd Health is not insurance. Learn more about joincrowdhealth.com. That's joincrowdhealth.com and use the code Jimmy. Come see us live in Los Angeles, Buffalo, Toledo, Montreal, Ottawa, Glasgow, Manchester, Belfast, Dublin, London, Liverpool, Birmingham. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.